celebrates as a wood elf, by the way.
What else? Okay. What else?
No,
So you guys are doing alkalite things. You are pulled by a page that summons you to the Grand Council.
Whoa.
Never been there before. You didn't even know it exists. You've been busy doing boot camp like things. Physical training, mental training, appropriate skills, archery, casting spells, making sure. General background. It's, even though there has been peace for many, many years, it's mostly because there's peace because everyone's so strict with the military. Everything every guild kind of protects the town and makes sure life is good for everybody. Part of it is like making cure light potions. Cure light potions are extremely cheap because everyone has to make them, and there's just an abundance of them.
So if I were to say, if I chose my favorite enemy
Hey,
as a human, would that make me evil or anything?
Probably.
Okay, I just want to
Don't
I want to
pick
make
you.
sure on this. I want to make sure on
Campaign
everything
starts
here.
now,
When
I
I
know
pick
that.
it, I just want to make sure. It was an idea at first. I wanted to
Yeah,
make
no,
sure.
I turned it down. I turned them off before I left. They're already out, so I wasn't gonna put them back in the fridge.
I was just
I
saying,
didn't
my
know
2
it
reading
was
spells are made
But I
armor.
turned it off before.
Yeah, standard training kind of stuff.
Alright, gotta go.
It does have
Love
3
you.
cantrips.
Bye-bye.
Once there, you see most of the guild council members. You see Hito, who is the cleric's guild chosen. He's the arch cleric of the town. He does a lot of like the royalty kind of blessings and all that fancy stuff, which doesn't bother you too much. You're a paladin. Yes. You don't see your guild master there.
What guild is the paladin part of that? I'm just wondering.
Paladin is part of the cleric's guild,
Got it.
but
I can't swing more towards fight.
you're pulled to the fighters a lot as kind of like that holy warrior style, but you're technically part of the cleric's guild.
Okay.
He's always like 90% cleric, 10% fighter right now.
He's a fighter when they need it.
As that weird mix, it's that internal debate, like
Personally, my
the
character-
Fighters Guild, when they're doing politics things, the Fighters Guild is basically saying they belong as the fighter because they do fighting, they protect. And the Clerics Guild says, well, no, they protect because they protect faith.
So it's like,
And then it's a lot of politics, and as you don't care.
yeah.
You're told to do this, you do that. You're in here because you have to be. You got to choose your profession, so it's something that you like.
That's good enough. Okay, but
You see the Merchants Guild. There is no public rogues guild, by the way. It's all merchant. It's very, very, down low. Are you more of a thiefy thief, or are you more of a dungeoneering thief?
More of a thief.
Thief, like
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
Exactly.
Okay. So merchant.
I'm a merchant.
Yes, your
All merchants require these.
your classes during the day is a lot of economics 101. Like, well, what if we just made tons of gold all of a sudden available to everybody? What would happen? Good and bad things, prices, and at night you do a lot of thiefy stuff. It's think of like classic gypsy training where you got to steal things without like ringing the bells. A lot of that kind of stuff. Picking locks and that stuff. But during the day, in public, it's economics 101. But other than that, no one knows. The merchants are just like, oh, they're bankers, whatever.
Yeah, right. No, merchants back then, they had their own groups of thieves they paid.
Ranger, you don't see you technically see Nimsara, the Druids Guild, who you report to mostly.
Yes. Now.
Grunk is the other one you report to, fighter.
Yeah.
Dwarven fighter. Really? Well, Nimsara is in here. I'm doing my tributes here.
Well, I'm sorry, it makes sense. I mean, that's
Yeah.
immemorial. I'll get that one.
You're in charge of the entire Fighters Guild.
You'd understand.
Wizard. You see Silveret, another elf.
Leader or friend?
Guildmaster.
Oh. How do I spell it? Silver?
Yep. Silver and then IT. He likes blowing things up, but he's actually a utilitarian wizard. He has a lot of weird spells you've never seen before. A lot of like, you know, he knows his classic fireball and like magic missile and stuff like that, but he has a lot of like construct wall and like.
No,
he just-
no, no.
You know, he's just like, you're like, what is that even used for? You know, but he can just like, and a wall pierce. Like weird stuff.
It's good when somebody's running at you.
Fighter Guild, Bronx there. You know, being all dwarvy.
Where's Borkin?
Sorry, what was my name?
He doesn't exist in this plane of existence.
Salstone.
So,
SALSTO. Of course. So, you know, the other thing you should know in the council, Hito is the Clerks Guild. Of the 5, he's the tiebreaker. So he's kind of, the Clerks Guild's always the chosen leader, but it normally doesn't get a vote unless there has to be a tiebreaker in a vote. With that, he's actually like, has more say, the Clerks Guild. They stop, you know, they thank you for coming. There's a problem. A growing problem. You 5 are the best suited to handle this problem before it gets out of control.
Thank you for the honor.
Names.
I'm gonna. Can I
We
just
have
whisper-
goblins
can I
coming out of the
whisper
Badlands.
Can I whisper into your ear like, kissing hands?
The goblins have never come out of the Badlands. They just live there, they dwell there, they die there. The Badlands are this swampish, nasty-ish area. There's a few roads through there. There's some evil temples allegedly out there. We don't know why the goblins are coming out of the Badlands and attacking farms. Go kill them. You'll be rewarded. You'll come back. You'll receive 100 gold each if you bring back evidence of destruction of their main camp. Allegedly, the leader has a giant axe. And it's just this huge goblin. We don't know how he got that big, but he's just a big goblin. And apparently he has this huge axe that he's just cleaving farmers down. Bring back the axe, and it's proof of payment.
What about his head as well? Want that?
Sure. Not needed, but if you really want to. We'll set up a small caravan that can help you travel there. Some horses, wagon, some rations, that's fine. Try not to take too long. You guys are still studying, but you are level 1 now, so you're expected to defend the town whenever needed. We're going to have the Fighters Guild. I mean, Gronk is just got a dagger. He's kind of just picking at the table. You know, we felt the Fighters Guild didn't really need to be involved in this. It's kind of a small matter. Goblins are really kind of petty. Just go handle it. This is your first test. Go.
Very well.
off we go.
With haste.
Have a good day, Master Silver.
They just sit there and, you know, the ushers kind of just kind of push you out. Like, you're not really worthy of being in this room.
Yeah. My goal is to become
The room is very nice. It's a giant, what you would think of as a classic citadel with this small table, 5 people sitting behind it.
I guess it's above our pay grade.
Just saying my goal
Yes.
is to become next Archmage. Next Archmage right here.
You have a few levels to gain.
Keep talking about that over here. So
Keep telling yourself that.
Alright, you've been given a task. You know where the stables are. You have a horse. You have 2 weeks worth of rations per person on this wagon. The wagon's pulled by 2 horses. If there's anything else special that you need,
How far away is the Badlands?
I don't know. You might want to find out.
that's correct.
Only my 100 years or so training taught me that.
That's when you're handed. That's when one of the castle pages just come over and hand you this. You know, and she says, the page just tells you, it's like, you know, it's also said it's like 2 days out there. It's really not that far. That's where the Badlands kind of start. The farmland's kind of between there, but whatever. You know, share it.
Nice.
Okay, so it's looking like we have to travel upriver northeast.
Well, there's roads. It's that the Badlands is kind of like an area,
Yeah.
and the river runs right through that middle.
I wonder if by any chance we can stay away from the river.
I don't know, water source seems safer to me.
It's a water source is double-edged sword. You could have,
We're there
you
to
could be
kill
safe
goblins.
there.
If we
Goblins
can
alone
find
near
us,
water.
if we can find us,
We find goblins, we
safe
kill
from the ruins
goblins.
as possible.
True,
This isn't tough.
Let's go.
it's true.
I'm gonna write down all your characters' names, so can you just tell me?
Yeah, that's probably best because like I mentioned this in our other session with Eric. It's like that's a good idea because like we're all fumbling with each other's names.
So what's your character's name?
You can shorten it to Val. It's Valentino, but because we're kind of know each other, you'll be allowed to call me
You're
Val.
aware of each other. You've seen each other around. You really haven't been like you're not best friends,
What's your name again?
but like
Still, you're not a
there's certain
stranger.
names
Not
where
a
like
stranger.
No.
you
yeah.
two are training
Todd.
in the
Todd,
same,
thanks.
Yeah.
you know,
Character name?
because the two guilds kind of fight.
Mokhtar?
Bach.
Mokhtar, thank you.
Most people call me Badger.
Oktar slash Badger.
And you're a fighter, you said?
2X.
Aaron, what's your character name?
Chain shirt.
See?
Yeah, I think so.
Sadie?
Sadie. S-A-D-I-E.
Stevie. And Zachary. You're Rio or
Riordan. Rio.
No, what was yours?
Al. Alcazar.
Al. And what was yours?
Valentino.
I'll call you Al.
She's Sadie. Alright.
You're outside
Okay,
the
so Rio is
you're outside the main chamber.
almost the main.
Paige comes over, hands you a map. It's pretty rough. There's no other roads written on this map, and it's literally something that looks like it's drawn on just scrap parchment.
Alright,
Like,
can I,
yeah, it's about there.
can I make a history check of what's been known to be roaming through the Badlands other than goblins?
Good idea.
Natural 20.
So the Badlands, according to history, are where ruins of ancient evil clerics used to set up. And it was so evil, the swamp started taking over. And eventually the swamp overran most of the churches because it just started sinking. Which made really cool caverns and stuff, which is where the goblins kind of started forming. Other than that, people generally stay away because it's just miserable. It's just like this evilish. It's not tainted anymore. It just feels different. It's just like you ever been outside where it's like the perfect full moon and you have weird shadows and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're just like kind of creepy.
It's like that.
It's
all the
like
time.
that. It's like that.
Just
It's,
saying, guys,
I mean, during the day it's just a nasty swamp, but at night it just feels creepier. But people don't generally go out there.
just saying I wasted my only natural 20 this night on a skill check.
I mean, you know almost for a fact there was some sort of evil temple.
So some
But
of them are still, like, up and running.
no one really knows. Like no one really goes out there anymore. So if they are, there's people there. They don't come in. They just hang out with
So
the
then what the
goblins.
hell are the goblins doing?
Right outside near the river, there's really sweet farmland because of the
Okay,
river.
so that's where they're.
So
okay.
the farmland that's kind of near the river, they're just coming out of the Badlands and attacking like the farms, and just like no one really knows why, and people like whole farms are just getting butchered down.
I say we travel there first. If there's anybody under attack, we should protect them.
Hi.
Stay near the river then, along the way.
If that's the way it's got to be, that's the way
Closer
it's
to
got to
fertile
be.
soil.
There's irrigation. I mean, the river leads to everything else. So this just if this is the river, the farmlands go out this far, pretty far out because of irrigation and farming and indentured
Generally
servants.
flat.
Generally flat, not too many like small, very small hills, but nothing like crazy. No mountains.
Yeah, it's like stop off at the local place, see if they have regular and day, nothing special caltrops around.
Yeah, regular standard price, that kind of stuff. So,
It's like a standard these are.
yeah, it's one of those. How much do you want?
In that case, I'm gonna check my spells.
Yeah, that's right.
Any other special equipment you
I
want to go get?
need.
I have no money.
You
I
have-
used- I
yeah,
chose the
I
equipment
started
slot.
off
Oh,
with starters
yeah.
pack, so.
No,
You still got like 10 gold.
The starters pack. The starters pack I think does have like 5 or 10 gold. There's like stash fund.
Okay,
I
then
got
let's say,
45 left over. Anyone needs to borrow.
well, let's say I have,
Oh,
let's say I
10 gold.
have,
Actually, it
I
depends
have
on my
56,
depends if I like you or not. Actually.
The road came with 10.
let's see, what about something,
Well, I didn't come with
let's see,
any.
he's got the caltrops.
I really don't need anything. I'm actually set for this journey too.
So no adventures back, that's for sure.
52.
It's actually listed in the book.
Yeah, it's
It's
on
in the
page
back.
151.
It actually lists exactly what's in there. I mean, the cart is a standard size cart. It's not covered. Yeah, but it comes
Oh,
with
they have all the
ropes to
statistics
strap
on
things
the
down if you need
Oh,
to.
cool, okay. Oh, they're pricey.
What if anywhere I can pick up some smoke sticks?
Is it a standard item?
I don't know.
Specialty
actually.
item.
Is it a specialty item?
Then that might take too long.
Roll a percentile.
Okay.
I'm just making a number.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, let's. 35.
You ask around. No one seems to have one right now, but check back. Check back tomorrow. Check back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But you have a feeling the merchants all say check back tomorrow. Even you can ask them for anything, and they'll say check back tomorrow.
Something's telling me they don't like the looks of me.
No,
No.
it's one of those like check back, keep checking back tomorrow until they have it.
Alright, I have one set, so I'll just be waiting at the stables for everyone else.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything special?
I really don't have any way to buy anything.
It's
so-
early. You guys could start today. You could start tomorrow. That's up to you guys.
Actually, while I'm waiting, try and take an hour to swap out a spell.
If you want, no, we push it to like midday. Between like traveling or instead of leaving early.
Well, would I have enough time between them looking around and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not buying anything special,
Yeah.
all right. So you're just doing that while they're.
If you have that extra money, you probably want to buy a potion here.
Well, I was thinking about getting antitoxin because we're going into.
The swamp.
Antitoxin's not a bad idea.
I also have lay on hands, which can cure all diseases.
Aren't
when I
you
use
immune
it.
to all diseases too?
No, that's not to third level.
Oh wow.
Not to, for that third level, I'm just.
It's like
I mean, it's only giving you advantage on the saving throw, which is poison. It's not huge. Antitoxin doesn't solve poison.
Resistance.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going.
Poison
That's all
sucks. Not that I looked at.
At first level, I don't think you're gonna get hit with poisons. Yeah, he said you can buy one for
Hopefully
25.
not. Swamps are nasty.
How much is the heal? Do you
You
know?
have to factor in how much your DM thinks.
Yeah, I think it's
real
just a standard
low.
D8.
I think it's D8 plus 1, whatever a basic,
Have it right at the.
whatever a cure light
One
wounds
page
is.
away.
It's a basic.
Next page.
Well, yeah, but it probably just says potion heal.
I think it had like a.
Okay, oh, yeah, it's different. 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, that's better.
Actually, no, I'm fixing my spells.
Burninator. Advantage Trogdor.
Yeah, I decided fire would be better than thunder. You know?
Actually, while they're out, can I this is gonna sound silly, but can I find some place that can just sell me some small sacks? I just need some small empty sacks.
How many do you want?
5.
Silver piece.
oh my god, it's it's a sack.
Find it out the
Beware
street, throw it
of
out
the
the
sack.
window.
I'm gonna tell you. Beware about these sacks. It's gonna end up biting us all in the ass, guys. Eventually. Eventually.
I'm not doing
The sack of
the
destiny.
bard thing I used to do with the sacks is I'd fill a sack with either like broken glass or sand and just in people's faces. Like
It's
in
in
combat.
private. It's in private.
In combat.
It's a impromptu weapon.
But I'm not gonna
You
do
have
that
disadvantage
with,
on it, but you can do it.
I'm not gonna do that with a paladin. He's
No,
not gonna-
one time we were doing
They
this one
said.
story, and we fight like his character's brother, and he wound up like smashing a wine
Yes,
ball over
broke
his
the
head.
wine bottle over his head,
He,
almost set him on
he tried to
fire.
throw a
I was
clog of
DMing and I
manure.
was like, if you put your brother on fire, you're gonna be evil.
We don't care how evil
But
your brother
anyways,
is.
yeah,
He's
I'm
brother,
done.
he's family.
I'm done shopping and everything, but while they're kind of messing around, I'm gonna have to take one of those small sacks. I just want to kind of cut it
Well, glass
into
armor.
kind of like a
Fire
magnet
trap them
shape,
all.
Just kind of cut it
Put them in a bag of holding and flew over on a magic carpet.
That's fine.
Just let me know.
At level 3, I'm gonna do that.
I know you're setting up something.
Just like another time, like
Go for
we had
it.
a story, and like one of our friends, he set the whole forest on fire, and half the party died inside the fire, and it's only me and no one
Assuming that's
left.
the city gates right there. That's where we're.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. That works.
Louis here ran into the flames. My cousin
Doesn't matter.
jumped into the
This is
flames,
like-
and his panther
There's also
followed him.
water marker, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just checking.
So, do the guilds
It doesn't
and the
really
High
find
Council
pencil, those.
have control over the entire nation or just the surrounding area?
The surrounding area, but the
They sell
crossing
them.
basically has more power. Like, the crossing tells Thurn, like, we want this. Thurn kind of says, oh.
So crossing is like Imperial City of the Blue. In a sense.
Yeah.
In the middle.
It's
In the middle of
Chicago, dude.
Everything has to go through there, so
Chicago.
the other cities kind of have like weird trade routes through there, but they're through mountains, and it's just this crossing's in the perfect spot for a major city because all traffic has to go through it.
So Chicago.
And it has the river going through it too, so it's got water, it's protected, it's
Alright.
Yeah, Chicago.
So I'm assuming they all finish up what they're buying.
If anyone's
Yeah.
ever heard of the Dresden Files, read it, or listened to it, you would understand what I'm talking about.
Even played the RPG.
There's an RPG of it?
Yeah, there's a tabletop Dresden Files.
Wow. I'm jealous that you know about it and I don't.
So get marker on your precious castle.
Okay, Penny.
cutting you a cart.
I never give characters travel vehicles. I hate them so much.
That's
They-
fine.
they-
Slows you down.
They attract everything.
Oh no way.
Oh
They're
no.
fun.
You just give him an
That's your cart.
idea, Lou.
Yeah, they're the.
No, I already had that idea.
One time we did this, and Louis here gave us like around 1,000 gold each, and we just spent it all on everything we could get our hands on.
And then they lost it all in the beginning. They got captured by the city guards.
And
Anyway, what's going on? I want to know what's
so
going on.
I
I'm
showed,
building your horses.
so this that was the first time I chose mage, and like we're fighting, and we fought this like ethereal being who apparently could shoot like focus beams like from Dragon Ball Z at us, and like. You know what? I have like these several. I'm like strapped down with Atlas fires and acid flasks. And I'm like,
You
I'm about to
blew
die.
up.
Just
You
like-
kamikaze.
I survived though somehow.
No, did you?
Yes, you made me survive.
So he used make magic to
I like-
let him live.
I'm like banzai, right in his face.
Now it's crooked because it has to be, but it's not crooked because I'm using hexagons.
and I'm like,
Hexagons.
You leave.
okay.
So I guess we go by the map directions.
Wait. I want to ask one
According to
question.
the page, it's 2 to 3 days.
I want to ask one question. What's everyone's race?
Human.
Human, elf, halfling, human.
Okay. Well, I can understand elf, halfling, human, elf. Okay.
You go the rest of the day
Yep.
in the direction you think you're going. Which none of you pointed in a direction. You just said we're going this way.
Well, I assume we're
I
going
said
by
We're gonna
the
follow the
map.
river.
Northeast, kind of following. Like I said, I think we should follow along the river.
Let me just.
Kind of roughly north.
All right, so you're heading that way. So you notice right out of the gate here, you start heading, and then there's just
What, pencil, dude?
nope.
Are we on the left or right?
And you know the Badlands are more like this.
Do you want to head straight through the middle?
And you know this the
Hold on,
farmlands
let's wait till
are these little squares.
I
You
think
want to visit the farmlands first, and then.
that's what I
second,
said. In case there's any attacks going on, I say we kind of travel through the farmlands because we can defend citizens and stuff until we get there.
So during the day,
See how they're attacking, maybe.
you just notice as you're going down, instead of this wide road, which would be like, 50, 60 across because of all the traffic in and out, it goes down to about a 20-foot road, something where 2 cars can pass each other.
Big difference.
Well, it's a smaller road.
Yeah.
It's not heavy traffic.
I hear you.
Every once in a while on the main road, which took you about a half day, once you make that cut, there's a little sign that says farmlands. Really obvious. It goes from like this nice packed dirt, heavily traveled road to a looser dirt, kind of nice, but you can tell it's just not as traveled. Obviously during the crop season, it's more traveled, but during the summer, maybe a cart or 2 a day at most. You pass one other cart that's full of like lettuce. Nothing special. Like it's just a boring trip. Towards the end of the day, you notice as you're walking, you kind of see like encroaching way out. It's darker. Like the grass is a little darker, and it occurs to you, all right, the Badlands started up there. And it almost looks like elves are the only things that might do this. Elves, make a wisdom check.
Okay.
Elves are nature-ish.
Yep. So what do you want us to do? Like
Add your roll d20, add your wisdom.
wisdom. Okay.
What is your class?
Darn.
It's supposed to
What
be
is
your
it?
class is professional
11,
wisdom, you're supposed to
13.
have proficiency.
Oh,
Shoot.
what?
Is wisdom one of your 2 class skills?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, add your proficiency bonus too.
That's 15.
15?
13.
13. Sorry. You, after he starts kind of like muttering what he's about to say, after a few minutes it starts making sense to you. 15. It looks like the Badlands used to be all the way to this road. And it just looks like it's healing. It's just like the natural grass is just growing back out. But it's still way out there. You can still kind of see like a dead tree still every once in a while. It's darker, wetter grass, which is weird because it's on both sides, and you know the river is to either your left or your right. To your right.
Okay.
Oh, 15 got it.
The forces of good are powerful.
So you're noticing that. So that's why it looks like it's this weird. On the map, it makes a little more sense. Like, oh, it's weird. It's how it has this weird crescent. As it looks like it's healing. Nighttime.
Okay.
Guys, did anybody bring a tent? Or are we gonna? I mean, the caravan.
I never sleep in tents.
What, we gonna sleep in the caravan then?
The wagon?
In the
The
wagon?
10-foot wagon?
I can.
I can.
Yes, you're.
I'm actually small, too.
I can stay up and
I'm
make
like 5 foot 8,
watch.
142 pounds.
I
You're
volunteer to make
not
the
all
first.
sleeping in the. I'm gonna say you all don't fit unless you sleep on top of each other.
We're gonna do anything like,
Oh,
I
I
can
don't
do
know,
like a
watches maybe?
I
Yeah.
said I'll take the first watch. I'll stand outside.
I
Join
think
you on
How many watches are you guys doing?
No, you don't. You,
I can take the second one.
please, my friend, you
I'll
don't
leave-
have to take the watch with me. Sleep. I've got it.
Someone needs to start a fire. Is there a dead tree nearby?
Or dead limbs around.
Roll a perception.
I'm gonna try this as well. Cause,
Stay around. Make it 360.
let's be like survival or anything, or
Sure.
13.
So,
oh wow, this thing does not like me.
There are no trees nearby. Nothing you can find that's like you find the occasional twig. Nothing like nothing to start a raging fire.
How warm is it?
It's warm. It's
Okay.
it's early, like mid-spring, early summer. It's dark. It's definitely not a new moon. It's definitely
sorry,
not a moon.
I'm sorry. I forgot one more time. What was your race?
oh,
Oh, you can see in the dark anyway, can't you?
low light vision. Well,
I have dark vision.
it's dark out, so I can't really actually see.
Okay.
I'll take second watch. I would require like a few hours, so I'm good.
I'll take third watch then.
I've got the first watch.
And no, this is like I go into like a trance. And it's like a semi-conscious thing.
Yeah,
Right.
you
It's
only
like 4
need, you
hours.
only need 4 hours.
Yep.
Any third watch? Is there a third
Not
watch?
third watch.
Okay.
Well,
Nothing
yeah,
happens.
Probably during third watch.
Daytime.
Alright, so I guess we,
Thankfully, the night passed in peace.
Mm.
There's no farms yet, but in the distant, you think there's something out there. Straight ahead.
Okay.
no, I forget. Do we all have horses, or is it just the two?
These two have horses,
Yeah.
which if you guys are on, make a little horse. for
Yeah,
you.
we could be like flanking the car.
I would put you down on there because in case you get ambushed.
I'd rather just sit in the car personally.
Good.
Oh wait, are our horses? Are they these horses or are
No.
they just okay? They're different horses. Okay. Then
The council specifically gave you 2 horses and a
to
wagon.
take. Okay, then I'll take the right flank. I'll flank it on the right, kind of back a little bit.
I'll just be sitting in the car.
The car has room for 2.
Okay. Or
Wow, she's.
Come on,
Yeah, you
join
could,
me
she
in the
could
cars.
probably sit on the back.
Probably sitting on top of the car would be fine too.
yeah, probably. I mean, she was
Wherever I
just,
have
yeah.
the most visibility. Like,
Probably
to
just
have
sitting
it.
off the back. Seems uneventful so far.
yeah.
Probably get bored of the halfling after, the first day.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Probably try to make
the first 20 minutes.
Alright.
we're juggling.
Along the way, though, I do want, if I do find it, I just want to pick up twigs and sticks as I go and just
Okay.
put a
To
little pile
prep a
of
fire.
Okay. We'll handle that roll later, see how much you get, if that's enough or not.
I can do that too. I mean, I
Yeah,
did double it, and it's mine.
well, that means you're getting off the cart and you're moving at a slow pace.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, if you're specifically looking for like the occasional large branch, that's not going to
I'll
slow
just
you down.
hop off the cart and grab a large branch when I see it that I was running.
Yeah, the
that's fine.
occasional one. You know, it's like.
That's fine. But like, specifically foraging as you're walking is
No,
going to slow
there's
you
like
down from
the
like
occasional one's like oh, that looks
30,
like a nice
40
size.
to
That looks
like
a
10.
decent-
Yeah.
We were thinking like decent size. You know, it's like
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
not like big. Like
That's
oh,
fine.
take that. You know.
Yes.
So coming up from behind you, you just hear a horse at full gallop,
But I'm
catching
gonna,
you.
I'm gonna look back because I'm the farthest.
It's a lone rider.
Lone rider?
You can't make out much yet because he's just coming straight at you. Like, just definitely hightailing.
Can I make
Everyone stop!
Yeah. Well, the cart also came with
I
like
know.
tweaks for everybody.
Alright, can I
Everyone stop, someone approaches.
Stop.
Can I make a perception to see if he has any weapons on him?
Yeah.
Can we tell like if he's a threat or oh wait.
Hold on,
In the
hold on,
first
hold on.
10 seconds, you just see this.
Dude, you just see
You just see a rider
Yeah.
all the way down, full gallop, like.
I would expect
I got
to have
19
weapons.
perception.
If you're not going to have weapons, you're an
Kinda
idiot.
dumb.
19 perception.
19?
Yeah.
Definitely has weapons. Definitely has a bow of some kind. It looks like a sword. Can't tell if it's really long sword, short sword, but definitely like a holstered weapon. Definitely has a bow across his back.
He looks armed, everybody.
Alright,
And you would expect something different out of
You would
him?
expect something different from out here?
He's well armed.
well, okay.
You would expect
No,
him to
it's-
be-
he's-
Anything different?
It's
Well,
hot-
the
it's
wizard.
possible
All right,
that
I'll put it
it's
this way:
not hitting us.
when the wizard
No.
says it's a longbow and short sword, for the wizard that's well armed.
Right.
For the fighter style classes, you're like,
Eh,
okay, he's underarmed.
I'm carrying more than that.
To be honest, I'm actually carrying underneath that too, but
What was your perception?
I didn't roll that one.
Okay, everyone can take a roll on this because everyone's gonna turn around and like.
Yeah.
Look, there no attempt to hide, not trying to be sneaky, full gallop.
22.
22. So it almost looks like a messenger. That's what it looks like.
19.
Like
That's what I
you know like
Yeah.
the more you're like looking at it and as he's coming up on you, you see messenger saddles. The horse is actually not a war horse or anything, it's a riding horse.
Okay,
It's
so,
a little faster.
so
It
now,
definitely looks like a messenger.
how close is he?
300 yards.
Okay, not close enough for me to yell out. Okay,
You can yell. Probably would hear you.
250 yards.
Alright,
I
so
just-
maybe
Not
it
200.
doesn't look quite dangerous, so we should go up inside and
let him
Well, I
pass.
already dismounted.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna hold up and ask him, where he was going.
Well, he eventually catches up.
just
Yeah.
stand by the cart and wait and see.
Yeah,
And
that's,
instead of passing you and just keep going, he stops with you.
I'm still on my horse.
Horse is tired. Horse definitely looks like he's been running literally all day. Rider gets off. Salsto forgot a message.
What?
He sent me. It's rumored these goblins have necklaces. Salsto will pay 1 gold for every necklace you bring back as part of your additional rewards. We want to make sure the goblins are killed.
Alright.
Thank you.
That was it. That
Thank
was
you for the message. Before he goes, I'm gonna, I'll hand him a silver piece for his services. Thank you, my good sir.
Thank you.
You're
Takes
very
that.
important.
He takes the horse, he
Hold it.
unbundles like it looks like a watering bucket for the horse and feed. Just horse care definitely.
Mhm.
The horse is tired.
Mhm.
He says just keep
Carry.
going. The general message was that Salsto wanted to make sure that you kill as many goblins as possible. And the Merchants Guild has a little slush fund built up that it hasn't used in a while, and this is a good excuse.
Fair
I'm not
enough.
even sure if it's real or not, it's just a rumor that they're wearing these weird necklaces.
Fair enough.
You know. He thinks they're rare,
I got the blue one on you, nice.
he doesn't know.
D4 for this.
It's a slush fund to help the town.
Green ones. They're missing.
Alright? So that was your encounter. You've been traveling 34 hours.
Yeah, it's it.
The rider just pulls his horse off into the grass and just.
I say we keep going.
Continue on. Safe travel back. Onward, good citizen.
You start coming up, finally, looks like a farmhouse after all this travel. I mean, you've seen farmland. You haven't seen anybody really yet, but it's definitely like maintained farms and just stuff is growing everywhere. It's pretty maintained. You finally think you see out in the distance your first farmhouse.
I say we stop there.
We're gonna see what's going on.
Get to the house.
I was gonna pull off a perception check of what's around the area.
Farms.
Farms, is it?
Visibility actually is getting harder
Corn.
because you're seeing like things like corn and tall, you know, like hay for horses and whatnot.
Yeah.
The grass is getting kind of head height, so you know it's not quite so you can't see over, but like she can't see over. So it's getting like to this where it's just this corridor almost. You know, you can, when you're farther away, it doesn't seem like that. As you get closer to the farmland, you can tell that it's starting to get taller.
Growing crops.
Yeah,
Yep.
I understand. People need to eat.
You can make a perception check.
Got it.
Seven.
7 plus perception. Let me see.
It's taller grass.
Taller grass than.
It just seems like taller grass, and
Okay.
nothing else comes to mind.
Got it. I was just wanting to make sure.
That grass doesn't hail from this continent.
So have we approached the farmhouse yet?
Maybe.
Okay.
Are there specific kinds of grass?
No.
No.
I mean,
There's
Grass.
something about the grass.
I mean, like in real life.
Yes, there's different kinds.
Yes, there's a lot of different kind of grass.
Yeah, there's
Well, you know, I mean,
In real life, are there different like species and strains of grass?
Not
Like there's
explained.
different kinds of
There's like
oranges.
Timothy.
Yes.
I don't know how to
Kentucky
explain it. I
bluegrass.
know there's like bladed grass in there.
And there's crab.
There's
grass.
orchard grass.
Elephant grass.
There's tons of different kinds of grass, man.
I don't know how to word it.
Just Google it.
Different shapes, like
I'll
For sure.
I'll come up with it later. Okay, shut up.
So you approach this farmhouse. The road kind of just starts dispersing, and it's just more like it's more like just an open dirt area where, and this is a horse stable, you know, horse tie-up. Nothing there. You call out, no one answers.
Really? What if I?
If you have characters, do you have a character type?
Yes.
Just put your characters on the card or where you would be, just because it may or may not matter.
Could someone put them on the front of the cart, please? Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, I'll be sitting in front of them.
Is this the only farmhouse really around? Like in the immediate vicinity?
It is
that
the
we can
only building that you have seen so far.
see? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can the paladin.
You know.
So while also like for
Who's this?
Rio and Al in the front.
Rio and Al. Okay.
just want to say something. I forgot to mention that before. I mean, like my character has like a natural explorer perk. Whatever he's doing, like he's still alert for danger or anything.
Explorers naturally alert.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
you.
in their favorite terrain.
Yeah.
What's your favorite terrain?
Well, it's not really doesn't really tell me anything.
Yeah, I think if you choose a terrain.
Oh, there. Okay, I see it now.
Mountainous,
Okay, thank you.
plains. You can choose
Badlands.
farmlands, swamps.
Give me a moment here. Plains or something.
So I'm just gonna kind of.
Hey Rio, or anyone, someone go knock on the door.
I'll do it.
Let the paladin.
I was gonna pick plains or something like that.
Alright, Sal. I'll be waiting back
Or
there.
forests, actually. Forests actually seem better choice.
Right. So I'm going to. I'm not
Who's
actually
this?
going to.
That's Rio.
That's Rio.
No. Yeah.
Oh, your hard cover this one. Sweet.
That's bad for us.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hold on. Before I do it.
Arrow.
What's your favorite?
Favorite enemy?
Yeah.
Goblin.
Favorite name was Goblin.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I
What's
picked
your
that-
favorite terrain?
I was gonna say like forested area or something.
Forest. Okay.
I actually did pick that before we started.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I did pick Goblin. Like I was debating on what I should pick, and like.
And your
Goblin's
AC
like-
is 15, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Take 6.
What?
You see an arrow come straight out of the window and just hit you.
Ah, shit.
Roll it. You can roll initiative.
I wonder why.
I'm guessing.
I wonder why.
Arms!
How much damage did I take?
You took 6.
Oh.
You got an arrow directly to your chest.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Alright, Cutting the puff, and this is where.
21 perception is it? I assume as a fighter knows, is it a short bow?
Let's do initiatives first.
Natural 20.
All right. So your initiative is whatever plus dex. All
18.
right.
17.
13. Natural 20, or should I just add 4?
It's whatever 20
24 then.
plus your
24.
dex.
Natural 20 means 50,000. Always wins.
I'm doing 18.
Come on, help me.
The law.
That's a bad one.
All right. Now you can all make perception checks.
I rolled another 8.
13.
15.
Perception, that's wisdom, so that's a 9.
Oh, wait.
You saw an arrow. You saw the window break and an arrow come out of the window.
Yeah.
16.
You saw a goblin. You
So
saw
21, I was specifically looking at
20,
the arrow.
21.
Was it a big arrow or a small arrow?
it's
The goblin size arrow.
it is definitely a short bow arrow, but you also definitely see more than one goblin in the windows.
That's all I need. That's good
I assume
enough.
you guys kind of make it public, like, there's goblins inside!
Well, no, it's very obvious that there's probably a goblin inside, knowing your mission and knowing the farmlands are being attacked.
My first thought was
You
that-
just look up and you just see an arrow.
Yeah, I mean, the farmer could have shot at us too.
That was
Right.
my thought, like, kind of like, bang!
No,
Get off
because you
my
purposely yelled,
Yeah.
farmers and stuff, and we're here. You purposely did that. So
Well, they
unless the
purposely did
farmer is like evil, they're not. They're going to answer to messages
Poison
like the town.
that. So if it was a new farm, would he be like making like evil corn, evil hay, for
No, he
evil
just kills everybody on his
horses?
land. Only
So,
the Italian guy.
First
You want
off,
on my
actually,
land,
I'm
move!
gonna, Rio.
I'm gonna, I guess dismount and shoot an arrow. No, shoot an arrow back.
Okay.
Dismount and shoot an arrow back?
I'm sitting down. I'm pretty
You're
sure.
on. Yeah, he's on the wagon.
But also the goblin.
Or I could stand up and shoot, but I don't know how stable that is.
You have disadvantage.
Yeah, so I'm hopping down and shooting an arrow.
Silly
That's fine.
question.
You can hopping
Yeah,
down is an action.
disadvantage means you roll 2 dice.
Roll 2 dice, take the worst.
Take the lower one.
Yeah.
Silly
yeah,
question,
understand
I
that.
didn't actually ask before. The people in front of the cart, are they the ones actually steering the horses, or do we have people with us that are
They're
actually like
you're the ones
horse
stealing
riders?
this. You don't have horse riders.
Okay.
They're attached to the cart.
I understand, I just, there's something here.
Okay.
The horses are they're not war horses, but they're very trained.
Are there
Okay.
saddles on the horses?
No,
No.
No, dude,
they're hooked to the wagon.
they have the harness and
They
Leather's actually a pretty good ingredient too. Let's take the leather for the saddles.
we're so young and so poor. We need the leather.
Take leather
All right,
off
so you're
my
doing
side.
you're shooting.
Yeah.
Definitely disadvantage.
what's your own?
Why? Because I'm shooting into
I don't
cover.
know.
Well, that and you're just like hop and shoot.
Oh,
You're shooting into cover is the big one.
yeah. Okay. Just want. I wanted to make sure. Cause like I was thinking, cool. I hopped down. And I was gonna shoot, but
Dude, just do it, man.
I am.
The red's the window.
Oh, if it wasn't for the
Roll 2
disadvantage.
dice.
Oh wow.
Roll 2, take the lower.
Why?
What'd you get?
What's
Why?
the? Oh, you rolled a 1.
Then the one. So
Nice.
that was not fun.
Break your
You
bow.
accidentally
Roll
tried.
another d20
Oh, why?
because you fumble.
Oh, he's doing critical failures.
Is that another one?
Yeah.
Here,
So-
take a different d20.
You pull your bow
Yeah.
Use this one.
Yeah.
and there's no resistance.
Yeah.
The string snaps.
How?
I love critical failures.
No,
Nice.
take your dice, but like this. No, this thing's just stuck.
I don't think it's.
No, I just hold it back. I hold it into like a book for crying out loud.
Sadie's up.
I rolled it into a
Right,
book.
I'm also going to be shooting. Like,
Hopping down. Oh,
Yeah. I have to,
hold on. He hopped down.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact being I had a disadvantage, that would have been a kill shot for sure.
Maybe.
But no.
It probably would have been a kill shot. I had a D8 for damage.
Do these still
That's
represent
big
5
ass
feet
guy.
of
I only have hobgoblins right
Do these still represent 5 feet of
Those are 5 feet.
Okay, because I've never used the hexagon.
So tell me, I could have bought some.
I, you know.
I'm still
What was your perception check before? 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Todd, you're the only one who sees him so far? There's definitely his body right
No.
It's gonna be silly, but does this place have a closed door?
Door is closed right now, and
That's
that's
all.
all you see. So
What's the
far.
house made out of? Wood?
Light it on fire! Burn him out!
Would I be
Not
able
the
to
worst
get around?
idea I ever
What's your
Yeah,
speed?
yeah,
This also might
I'll
be
throw
cool
a
stuff
25.
in there.
So you can hop down.
Farmer's house, I
Which
got.
I-
Goblins means loot, though.
I could say that's
Not
part
really.
of.
Oh, come on.
Do a deck because you're short. Do a dexterity check.
How tall is it happening again?
2.5 feet.
That's fine.
15.
You have enough dexterity where you can hop down and kind of use that as part of your movement. So that's 5 feet. And then you can move wherever else you want. As a move and then shoot action, I'm assuming.
We thought you were going to suggest to have her sit in my lap. She were
So
doing
if I
the
hop
6
down over
damage.
there and then 5, 10, 20.
It doesn't start getting like crazy grass until
So I'm gonna
Oh, that's
fire my
fine.
short bow.
yeah.
Oh, no.
You have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage. Well, you have
Doesn't
a,
matter,
I don't
doesn't
think I'm
matter.
gonna get any worse than that.
oh, no, it could.
That's
Ding hits the house. Todd,
Oh.
what should say Badger.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna dismount.
That's an action.
Alright.
From a horse.
30, yeah, unless I can go around like that.
How do you feel about movement through people? Can I push past somebody?
Yeah.
If you're going through it,